when it comes to Pisces, I
Right.
feel like
Right.
most of my stuff right now is so Pisces driven for everybody,
Ugh.
because it's like that's the point of evolution. That's where we're headed. And Pisces is very confusing and it's very
Mm.
frustrating. And there's nothing that's that tangible. So
No. No.
it's like we're being asked to like go on that hero's journey, but we're blindfolded. And so there's this element of trust and of having to face the fear. And Pisces is the existential fears, right? It's all the what ifs.
Mm.
And so for all of us, as we're trying to navigate Pisces, it's like we have to just be okay with what is without
Forgiving.
trying to control it, right? With just being with what is. And the shadow of Pisces is I'm scared. I feel
Mm.
unsafe. I want to jet out of here in whatever way, whether I'm literally leaving or I'm, using something or I'm scrolling or what have you. And we're being asked right now to not do that, but rather to just sit with the discomfort of just being here. And it's really hard to be a human on the planet because it's very uncomfortable.
There's a lot with Pisces. I mean, there's so many different directions, but I think the work they're doing now is the official end of Pisces, the Age of Pisces. So I think they're doing Age of Pisces work, where they're closing the book on the codependency, yin yang, which is what their symbol's about, is like completing each other. That idea, which is really meant for spirit and body, the embodiment of spirit, but became like alcoholism, Catholic Church, like you need me because I need you. That has been all Pisces, and they have been, yes, they feel bad because they feel guilty. I think when you're a Pisces, you're like, okay, I'm going to just take one life and just like clean it all out. And do they? And it's like one thing after another. And if you don't understand that about Pisces, they've got like a whole like a ton of baggage they're going to process, through this lifetime. And they just did the rest of it. I think this year you just did the rest of it. It's gone. Now it's like you need a job, like because Aries is like they haven't been able to, they've been. It's funny because I know Pisces, they're so deep and spiritual, but the Aries in the second, they'll like they'll have a hands-on job. They'll have something where they lift heavy stuff. Like they'll do. They're the wise. Some of the wisest that would be like that's the carpenter kind of like cliche right there. The spiritual, but they like their hands dirty. But I think that world's over. AI things like that. So Pisces find themselves, trying to fit back in the world after being on sabbatical. I feel. And all their wounds are Scorpio. For them is like you believe the wrong thing. That was the time, but you said it. It's forgiveness, self forgiveness. The magic words are it's okay. Who cares? It's okay. I think also the church. That's the last thing I want to say. I mean, the church has dominated Pisces energy and claimed on the rights to Pisces. And organized religion came in and took over Pisces. Any psychic connection you have to the other side, theirs. And so we're all shaking off kind of our hangover. And realizing, oh, we're God, and we don't really even need you if we don't need you, and so for Pisces too, they've been conduits of that, and so I think this new Pisces is saying, faith is what you know inside. When you're saying that it's at work, you can't define it. It's a weird murkiness. Yeah, it's the sensual part of ourselves, it's a spiritual part of ourselves. We're having to map it ourselves and decide what it is for ourselves, like find it in ourselves and say, oh, that's it. I think that's what's happened with Pisces. As we clear out our pain, that's what we're finding. Pisces are now, okay, you're ready to live it, like be that Holy Spirit. And Cancer for them is their their love stories. So I think here's my prediction. I think Cancers and Pisces are going to end up hooking up.
Yeah.
You know, that's my prediction. Like a big, sudden Cancer Pisces surge, just because they're both ready for real love, and like Pisces will listen to you, Cancer, and will feel you every step of the way. They'll be there with you emotionally. They're a good sign. They're a good connection that way.
Yeah, they're definitely
Yeah.
a good match.
Mhm. They've also, I think, they've Pisces with career and Capricorn energy. For them, let's go echo one step. First, Capricorn, they were all tied to old world jobs and stuff. So Capricorn's their 11th house, and so they've, as society's like, we don't need a workforce. We have robots coming. Pisces are kind of like, well, what do you do? They don't know. But Pluto in this 12th says with Aquarius, turns out Pisces is closer to God. It's about to get closer.
Yeah.
With Pluto going to your 12th, you're going to clear anything that's in the way. You're going to like, I don't know. They've already been intuitive and very compassionate. To others, like the volume is about to go up.
Yeah, yeah, it's about to up level, and then we're in this pause period right now where we're being asked to kind of show our work.
Mm.
Like, okay, so what have you learned on a spiritual level? And if you've really learned it, then you'll know about this. You're not controlling, you're on divine time, you are allowing. And those are all concepts that people are like, but I don't want that. I want the guarantee. Like I want the specific thing. And Pisces is like, oh, well, you can't have it. So
Hmm.
that's where we
And like
all
the way,
are.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, they have Leo in the sixth, so like they're here to be bright, shining. Like they're here to be Leos. They're supposed to shine like Leos at work. Pisces, and they do. Pisces, happy Pisces twinkles. They do. You see them twinkle right in front of you. It's true. They have a little twinkle about them, and also compassion and calming. I feel like they're about to go out in the world. I mean, they're going to be finding God with Pluto in 12th, but they're going to be, out in the world doing, as a result. And Gemini in their fourth house, so really, really thinking what their needs are. Like they have to be being compassionate themselves. Newsflash, you have to,
Yeah.
'cause they're kind of cerebral as far as the way they handle things. Pisces, with Taurus in the third and then Gemini in the fourth, like they handle their mind and their emotional from really not an empathic, watery way at all. Yeah.
Yeah. It's quite the journey.
Yeah. Well, I just mean for them, a sign like them who's so sensitive, just thinking about their feelings, I think that's what I'm saying. It's like it's not enough. Like I think like to intellectualize it and whatnot, but they're learning how to be gooey, soft, loving. Cancer in the fifth. Their inner child wants motherly energy from them. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Cancer Pisces hookups, like you're talking about, will be really good for that.
Hmm. Yeah, that'll be what they always wish for. So,
Yeah.
well, thank you for coming and having this long talk. I mean, this has been
Yeah. This
well
is
worth
great.
it. And